Today's video is going to be about listening to your intuition, right? So, like, if you're feeling stuck, unmotivated, inconsistent, undisciplined, listening to your intuition or that little voice in the back of your head is going to help you get out of that. And here's why. So, basically, your intuition is kind of is connected to your subconscious mind, okay? And your subconscious mind is connected to the universe, to the ether, to God, right? The subconscious mind has no limits, it has no barriers, it has no fears, right? What does have all that is the conscious mind or the rational mind. So what happens is 9 times out of 10, we'll get a really good idea, or we'll get clarity on how to move forward, and that usually gets downloaded into the subconscious mind, and that's when you say, oh, I have an idea. Then what happens is it moves from the subconscious mind or the irrational mind to the conscious mind, which is the mind that weighs, pros and cons and risks, and acts on fear and all that. And then the rational mind will talk you out of why, whatever idea you just downloaded from the universe is a bad idea, and vice versa. So it might say, your subconscious mind will tell you, this is a toxic relationship, you need to get out. Then your rational mind will tell you, well, no, you're just overreacting, or this is why it's not that bad, xyz. And then the same can be done in reverse. You'll get a really good idea. Oh, this is a great idea for a business or for what I want to do with my life, etc. And then your rational mind would say, well, no, it's better if we just stay in this corner and we just stay conservative, because if you do this, this or this might happen, even though there's no proof of that. Right. So then what happens is it becomes like a loop, right? Because you're not really acting in in congruence with yourself. You know, you're you're having like an inner battle, like your subconscious mind versus your conscious mind, and then so you just start. Uh, you become unmotivated because the work you're doing is not making you happy. You become undisciplined because it's kind of like, what's the point, right? It's something that you don't really care about, whatever it is. It could be work, it could be a side project, it could be school, you're studying something that you really don't care for, right? So what you need to do is transform how you think. You need to transform um, how you go about listening to your intuition. 9 times out of 10, or probably 10 times out of 10, your intuition is always correct. It'll tell you exactly where you need to be. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And the best part of that is that it's acting in accordance with you. Like, whatever your strengths are, it's pointing you towards that direction. And yeah, some of us need some work, right? So even though we may go in the right direction, we still may need to put a little work in, and that's fine, because the process itself is the reward. When you're doing something that you really want to do and that really inspires you, and you wake up in the morning and you're excited to do that thing, the process becomes a reward, not so much the outcome. Outcomes become a reward when you're doing something that you have to grind to get, right? Something that you're unmotivated to do, and you're only motivated by the outcome. So you're like, fuck it, I have to get to this somehow. So just let me stick it out. But if you really want to enjoy your life and where you're going, learn to enjoy the process. And in order to enjoy the process, you need to actually enjoy what you're doing, right? So that's why listening to that little voice in your head is a lot more important than what we think. It's literally the universe telling us, hey, this is what you need to be doing. And I think the other problem is that we maybe don't see ourselves quite there yet. So we just we're so quick to write it off, right? Because we're like, well, I could never be that, or I don't know, because I have to go through XYZ to get there. Um, but not everything is gonna be super easy and super clear. We do have to put some type of effort into the things that we want. But to make life a little easier, right? We know that if we go on that path, and we listen to our subconscious mind, and we go on that path of least resistance, we know that um, the work that we're putting in is not, number one, it's not in vain, and number two, we're going to get better at it, and number three, we're going to start falling in love with that process. You see, we're scared of putting in 6 months or 1 year or 2 years of work because we're like, at the end of the day, it may not pan out. But that's where that dependency on the outcome steps in, right? When you eliminate that, it doesn't matter. It could take you 10 years to get there, but you don't care because it's not about the outcome. It's about the process. It's about having fun, doing work that fulfills you, that inspires you, and doing work that inspires you and fulfills you will in turn do the same for other people, people that you're around, or maybe people that you're mentoring or coaching, whatever it is. So that's my tip of the day. When the first thing you do when you wake up, that first thought that comes to your head of, hey, this is what I want to be doing, or this is what I ought to be doing, or this is what I need to be doing. It's in the back of my mind. It's something that's been nagging me for years or months, whatever. That's what you need to focus on, and I guarantee that as soon as you start putting those wheels in motion, everything else will start falling in line. See you next time.